Good afternoon, everybody. This is Machteld. Welcome to my channel, Daily Dose of Paper. Well, I'm back today, and I just felt like doing stuff, painting, putting color on paper, yeah, using, you know, some of my supplies. Like these are Inktense blocks, these are graphite, I have here some gesso, I have some fabric, well, you know, pencils, pens, brushes, as you can see, a lot, water, of course. And yeah, because the thing is, I have to get used to, you know, my son's dad left Wednesday, today is Friday. He left, and so I have to get used to it again, to the quiet. Let's say I really love the quiet. I'm just gonna start, I'm just gonna do something and we'll see where we go. Yeah, you know, I always have to get used to when he's here, and then I also have to get used to when he's gone because I'm actually by nature, let's say, a pretty quiet person. Wait, I'll rearrange a little bit. And I love the quiet, and I also need really time to myself, to, you know, in order to think of stuff that I want to do, let's say. I don't know, this is maybe not the best brush. This is like a watercolor brush. Yeah, because, you know, I'm not so much a planner, as you all know, but I do need time to think, like, okay, what am I doing? Where do I want to take this? What's going to be my next project? And yeah, so I feel like I can go back to that now, but, you know, at the same time, I miss all the hustle and bustle, let's say, of having a musician in your house. And yeah, so I'm just trying to get back. And what I did, I will tell you, because that's the thing. I don't know what I really want to do, but I do want to do something. And so I decided to just glue some, and I felt like painting on a book page again. So what I did was I just collaged old book page onto some watercolor paper. I think this is watercolor paper. Let me check. Oh no, it's Universal Mixed Media paper, 200 GSM. And I just collaged some book page on it because I thought I might use it to cut stuff out and couch it down on textiles. So I might just go a little abstract here and just see where we go. And, you know, maybe use it as collage material, or in this case, collage on fabric. I'm not entirely sure yet. Or who knows, it might be a masterpiece that I want to frame, you know. Yeah, so I thought that that's really, for me, the best way to get back to doing stuff is doing stuff. And even if you don't really have a set out plan, you can still yeah, you know, I think if you put, even if you put just one stripe on paper, it will take you to the next stripe. That's always my theory. Let's see, just do some mark making, and even kijken. And I've made, yeah, I did prepare those because I thought, oh, should I do that on camera? But I thought, yeah, everybody can really, you know what to do. I did put it down with transparent gesso instead of glue, because I wanted the rough texture of the gesso. Yeah, because I thought, oh, maybe I will use also watercolor. Let's see, I have here some tools. Let's see, this is like a silicone, because this part is still wet. See if I can scratch, just make some scratches, marks. Oops, right. And I did have some charcoal here that I wanted to see. And I gotta say, I am, you know, because it's like spring or summer, no, it's spring officially, I think, still. And so that makes me automatically, yeah, I watch all my flowers. Well, all my flowers, it's not so many yet, but I watch my rosebud, and the lilac has sadly already, you know, it bloomed, and it's now, yeah, gone, basically, the flowers. See, now I feel like I need some color in here. Like not so muted. This color looks interesting. Don't know which one is this. Oh, it doesn't say the name of the color. Yeah, so that always just inspires me. It always inspires me, you know, the flowers and the plants, and so then automatically I'm drawn to that, like to make something with like plants or flower shapes. And the thing is, what I do to myself is that I say, no, you have to do abstract. You cannot do plants and flowers all the time. And so then I kind of block myself from doing what I actually really like. And that, I compare it a little bit like when I was a child, I would write a diary, which I called Anne, after Anne Frank. Because at that time I was like 10, and I read, you know, the diary of Anne Frank. And I was, yeah, you know, that obviously resonated, and so I started also to write a diary. And but as I was writing, I would censor myself, you know, like I would say, no, you have to write elegant, you know, instead of writing free. I would yeah, censor myself in a way. And I've always had that a little bit. I don't know why exactly, but that's like for some psychoanalysis, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so now I also feel that with, you know, this urge, like, oh, I want to do something with flowers. I just want to make something florally and happy, and yeah. And so I'm kind of trying to overcome myself right now in front of the camera, or behind the camera, however you want to call it. Yeah. So, yeah, isn't that weird how you do stuff to yourself sometimes? because I'm not like a perfectionist in that sense, you know. I'm not, no, I really am not. Maybe in some things, but I'm also kind of a free flow person, let's say. Okay, don't know where it's going. Don't have to know, maybe. That's the thing, I don't have electricity here, so I cannot use my heat gun to dry in between. So what I will do is I will just start another one and get back to this, alternate, because it's kind of warm, so hopefully things will dry kind of quick. Okay, next. Well, this is such a fine, I think that is a bit too fine. What is this? Okay. Cassimi Professional Drawing 7B. Okay, I think that came with something. Oh, is that what I used also? Oh, I used that also to begin with. Just make some marks. I have here some brown charcoal. I thought I had, where's my black charcoal? Huh. Oh, here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Something a little dark. Okay. And then this is a brown. I love actually just marks, simple marks on book page. Love it. What is this? Let's see, and play with color. What, you know, the different kinds of blue. Ooh. I think this was here, and then I also probably this is a really dark blue. Okay, let's see what that will be. Put some more gesso. I have a cup of coffee. Yeah, you know, it's strange sometimes, how life gives you lemons and then you make lemonades, and that's definitely what I always try to do. And yeah, I happen to my lemonade was let's say well, I don't know where I'm going, but anyway, living the way I do, you know, with my son, and then with his father living in New York. You know, I mean, I may sound a bit like as if I'm having a hard time, but I'm really not. Like, I'm so used to this for years already. It's kind of, I compare it to, yeah, what maybe in the old days, or I don't know, maybe that's still like with sailor men, you know, they would leave for like half a year on the boat, and yeah, as the women stayed behind and raising the kids and stuff. Well, you know, I guess you can compare it a little bit to that. Not quite, but it's really an interesting way of living. I find I learn every time, you know, every time we see each other, I learn something new, and that keeps it always. It's not always been easy, let me tell you that, but it's learn. Yeah, you learn a lot about yourself as well. You know, not only about the other person, but about yourself. And I think that's always valuable. So, okay, let's see, do I have, maybe I should use my, sorry people, my Stabilo All for this. So, really people, no clue where it's going, but it's going somewhere. It always does. So I guess it's basically art journaling, just not in a journal, but on loose loose pieces of paper. Okay. But I can put those in my art journal for sure. Okay, well, this one does need some other, or shall I, wait, let me get back to this one. Is it still, well, no, you know what, one more, because this is nearly drying. Okay, now I will start with this fine liner, or do I have a slightly, I think I have this one, Pentel, but I don't know. I think it's not waterproof, but that's okay. That is fine. Let's see if we can do some. Yeah, that seems to be a shape that I really like. Okay, interesting. Almost like watercolor in a way. Oh, you see, it starts to bleed a little bit, the ink of the pen, but that's okay. Don't mind it. I don't mind it. Right. Let's go for orange. It's not really... Well, actually, I do love orange and black, that combination. I used to have, a long time ago, I used to have a small business, let's say, in when I was booking jazz bands, and my logo and flyer, let's say, that I used to promote the bands I was booking was black and orange. And yeah, because that also somehow for me represented the colors of jazz in a certain time, you know, like the 50s, or, you know, like the album covers. And yeah. Okay. This can use some yellow as well, maybe. My fantasy flowers. Okay, and let's see if we can do some leaf things here. This, and then also with some lighter. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I keep going into the gesso with my hand. So. Or you know what I would actually like, now that I'm thinking about this? Like to stitch over this. I mean, I would probably need to poke holes in it because it's quite thick. So I don't know if I'll be able to stitch through it in one, with a needle, let's say, in one go. Okay. Actually, I want these to have like some sort of attachment to a stem. Okay. Well, let's leave that to dry and go to the first one. It's not dry enough yet because it's quite thick. What can I do so that I don't mess up my... Because the thing is, you can definitely use this pen to go over wet watercolor, but I would not advise to go through like gesso with it. So no. I should probably use, do I have that? No, I have this. I don't know what this is, an acrylic marker. Okay, let's see. Let's see. It's not doing too much, but so, oh yeah, it's okay. It had to okay. It's a bit thicker than I wanted, let's say, the lines. But that's okay. We can have one with like these really thick There's a channel. Oh, what's her name? I love her channel, but she always paints roses. Yeah, and I don't know, I just really like that. To have like one thing that you always go back to. Is it still tulip or some tulip shape, whatever? Mm-hmm. Okay, this one is still wet. Still, this really has thick gesso, so I'll just leave that. Okay. For now, anyway. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, and I just saw some lovely tulips, like where my mom lives in the countryside. She lives really in the middle of all the tulip fields, flower fields, like, you know, where the farmers, or yeah, flower growers, I don't know how you call it, but anyway, so she's always in the middle of fields of tulips, and yeah, it is beautiful, I gotta say. But it's also, ever since I was a young girl, she's been fighting, like, you know, all the poison that's used there. And I remember we had a dog, big sweet dog. It was a Rottweiler, but it was, you know, not necessarily with the character of a Rottweiler. Very sweet dog. And it died from, yeah, it was drinking always also out of the water, let's say, near the tulip fields, and that's where all the farmers would dump their you know, their poison from spraying all the flowers, and so yeah, and they still do that, you know. So that's the negative side to it, but it is beautiful to see. And yeah, and then you can always, there's always little booths by the side of the road, and you can just buy a bunch of tulips for hardly any money. You just leave some euros in the jar. Yeah. Oh no, this is supposed to be green, but it's okay. So do this even with the darker. Okay. Let's see if we can get some variety, or not variety, how do you say, light and dark. Well, this is, of course, this is white gesso, and it's kind of transparent also, so it's not really the same as effect as you would get with white paint, but it's good enough for now, for this purpose, let's say. Let's get in some greens. Tulips always have these long, skinny leaves. I did do a series last year called Floral Friday, where I don't know how many I did actually, but where I did every Friday I did a floral in a different style, let's say, or with a different medium, you know. So alrighty, okay. Dry time. Actually, I feel like doing something to this. Don't know quite what. How about you know what? I'm continuing with this because I'm still in doubt what I want to do with that. Here I want to do some, yeah, maybe just some mark making. Why not? And what I will do is I will just rub my brush over the Inktense blocks, and oh yeah, and I wanted to do something maybe with fabric. But not sure yet. Let's see. Let's first continue. Maybe next time I'll do, I'll add some fabric. Another color. So. Like this. Somehow I do feel like I will cut some of these up. Yeah. But this blue one somehow, I don't know. I think I might do something else with that, like keep it as a whole. Yeah. What color? Oh, I can, oh, yeah, of course. There we go. What kind of color is this? Oh, I think I like it. I think I like it. Yes, I do, in fact. Almost like gold. And then let's go to a darker. Like, I guess this maybe kind of be like burnt sienna. More orangey. So. I'm really also behind on like, I try to follow some people on YouTube really, like I'm a bit obsessed or addicted or in love with, however you call it, with K3N cloth tails. But and of course Roxy Creations, that's, you know, those I absolutely have to see. But even with those, I'm a little behind. Oh yeah, and then there's actually so many that I really love to watch. But sometimes then if you watch them all, then you know, you need to also do stuff yourself. So yeah. But I usually start my morning with it, you know, just watch somebody. And yeah, it's a nice way to start the day, I think. Okay. Is this a little dry or not? Let's see what happens if we use this. Okay. So, maybe with some white. Is this working still? I have to see. Maybe they are little, they're almost like little ladybugs. These red. Red little things. I'm gonna turn it around even, because why not? So. Yeah, and do I have, let's see, my gold is working. Maybe it's not so clear, huh? But it's clear on this color. I like that. This is really random, but actually to the random making is very relaxing, and it also helps you, I feel, yeah, to get back, you know, or if you're in a creative how do you say, like not a rut, but like if you're a bit stuck, or you know, it can really it can really help you. Okay. Nice fantasy flowers. Okay. Some more red in it also. I love these Inktense. They feel very creamy also. And you can, yeah, like I said, you can have like almost a watercolor effect, but also like almost an acrylic effect, or gouache or whatever. Really, how do you call that? Not transparent, but opaque. Yes, that's what I was looking for, that word. Let's see if we do some. It's a bit too wet, probably. You know, like the little stumpers. How do you call the things that I guess have the pollen? Okay. Right. This is a bit muddy. So I feel like I should leave that. I think I will leave it for now. I may finish them myself. This was still a little bit of a mystery. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And please like and subscribe if you like this channel. And if you're not subscribed yet, of course. Or comment, you know, that all helps my channel to grow. And I mean, I'm already very happy. Like I never even expected to have like 600 subscribers. But anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye bye.